You know, guys, this lake preview for St. Germain is going to be an easy one to give because this was the first out-of-state destination that I really wanted to go to and fish. I'd known about the lakes in the area around St. Germain for years from my fishing buddies on the PWT. When I bumped into Rob Manti, who's a local guide from the St. Germain area, and he talked with me about just the amazingness of the fishing, the quality of the fishing, I almost didn't believe him. You know, it's almost like a fish story. So let's talk just a little bit about that early season fishing. It's just multi-species. There's really, I can't pick out one species for sure to talk about, but the three I really want to talk about are three that really are appealing to a lot of travelers, a lot of vacationers, and that's walleye, crappie, and large and smallmouth bass. Those three species are prevalent in just such a high percentage of the lakes around St. Germain. That is what makes this such a great place to load the kids up and your family and go get a cabin on the side of the lake. It's also the feel of St. Germain, and we'll talk about that more towards the end. Just that hometown Northwoods, Wisconsin feel that just makes you feel like they want you there and they're helping you to have a great time. So let's start with crappie. You know, crappie fishing in St. Germain starts immediately after ice out. The lakes start to come alive and the crappie start to head to the bays and the shallows, finding places to spawn. The crappie fishing here is seriously world class. Rob took me to 3 different lakes in a couple-day period of time, and every single lake we went to, we caught numbers of 12 and 13-inch crappie, as well as a lot of 10s and 11s. It was just crappie after crappie. And crappie is not something that every area offers. This is really kind of unique to northern Wisconsin and the St. Germain area, because I've lived in Michigan my whole life and I can count on one hand how many really good crappie lakes I'm aware of. Well, guess what? You couldn't count on 2 hands the number of crappie lakes that are within 10 miles of St. Germain. This is just a great place if you love panfish. You know, after fishing for crappies for a day, Rob also took us to what is my favorite fish, which is walleye. And again, same scenario. St. Germain has just dozens of fantastic walleye lakes. You know, and one of the things I like most about the St. Germain area, this is rod in hand fishing. You know, never once did Rob or any of the guys that I've talked to from the St. Germain area ever say, well, let's go out and troll for walleyes. No, this is combat fishing. This is jigs. This is live bait, minnows, leeches. This is soft plastics. This is real fishing. This is fun. This is you and the fish. This is casting. And you know, the cool thing about it is that when Rob complains to me that we had a bad day when we caught 31 walleyes in one shoot, that says it all about the St. Germain quality of St. Germain walleye fishing. There is so many fish in these lakes and they are so easy to catch. And what I also like is there's a good number of that 15 to 18-inch eater size fish, the kind that everybody really wants when you're going to do a fish fry. You know, one of the other 2 species that people really come to St. Germain and target is smallmouth bass and largemouth bass. Now, we didn't fish a lot for these 2 species because we were just killing the walleye and crappie, but we did 1/2 of one shoreline on one lake that Rob took me to, and we banged a couple of really nice smallmouth, and I dummied into about a 4 or 5 pound largemouth. Same thing, jig fishing, rod and hand fishing. If I was going to say one thing about the St. Germain area that has attracted me and kept my attention, is that this is old style fishing. This is, you know, you're holding your rod, you're not trolling around, you're actually fishing. I've heard just horror stories about the quality of the bluegill fishing and the fishing throughout the other seasons like northern pike and muskie. I do know that the northern pike fishery here in the northern Wisconsin and specifically St. Germain area is fantastic. So guys, if you're looking for a great place to come, just an absolute mecca for vacation travel around a fishing orientated vacation, St. Germain, Wisconsin has got to be very high on your list. It offers everything that you could want from a fishing standpoint, and one of the most important things that it has is just dozens and dozens and dozens of family-owned resorts. These resorts are there to cater to you. They've been doing it for generations and they do an amazing job. So let's take a look at some of these family resorts.
Located on the sandy shores of Little St. Germain Lake, pet-friendly Cedaroma Lodge is a comfortable choice for travelers whether fishing with the guys or enjoying an annual family vacation. Our cabins feature 1 to 4 bedrooms and up to 3 bathrooms, with dozens of fantastic amenities including bath and kitchen towels, salt and pepper, gas fireplaces, and some units even come with dishwashers and air conditioning. Cedaroma Lodge offers the unique opportunity to explore the Northwoods Wilderness atop a paddleboard, kayak, or canoe. For the fishing souls, we are located on the very popular Little St. Germain Lake and centrally located to Secret Lake and Area Lake, where many of the biggest fish are reportedly caught. Cedaroma Lodge has long been ranked #1 by guest reviews on TripAdvisor in the specialty lodging category for St. Germain. We hope to welcome you. Stay where fun is in our nature.